AdvisorTech is entering a new phase. I'm joined by Torie Happe of Jump to discuss what's next. Torie, thanks so much for joining me.
Oh my gosh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I've been very much looking forward to this conversation. I want to dive right in. But let's start high level first, set the stage for me a little bit. What problems does Jump solve that existing tools just don't?
Yeah, so the platform that we're trying to build out for advisors is to really be an overarching theme for the advisor, to have a one-stop shop for them to be able to use and have less clicks, right? That's what we've heard from advisors. They are really tired of going to separate platforms to use things. And they're really looking to be able to really understand their books of businesses. So being able to use tools like our insight tools to help navigate those conversations that they're having with their advisors and seeing the themes that their business is having, right? Like all of the advisors that we work with, and you've probably heard it from several other people, like they work with niche markets. So being able to really understand the market that they're working with, now they're able to have these insights that they can really be fluent in what they are talking to their advisors about, right? So being able to have that conversation with them, and again, overarching themes of like how their businesses are feeling. Are they feeling really nervous about the market? Are they kind of comfortable? Is their entire firm hitting the same message across the board, right? If you've got 10 advisors, how do you know that everyone is having those conversations that you want them to be having? So I think that's a big differentiator for us, and being able to like really give them insights into their businesses.
Oh, absolutely. Having that proactive view changes everything ultimately. And I know, big headline recently, the new partnership announcement with Equitable, so congratulations there.
Thank you.
How do you ultimately see that partnership growing?
I think what's really great about our partnership with Equitable is that it's really showing the market how customized Jump can be for you. One of the great examples for that is when they came to us, they really wanted to continue to be working with FMG. So we partnered with FMG to give them the customizations that they were wanting, right? And our team at Jump was very quick, very agile. So a lot of companies aren't able to move that swiftly. So we were able to give the Equitable team just this delightful experience and give them the customizations that really help move their businesses forward.
And that's ultimately what firms are looking for, because you can't personalize if you can't customize at this point.
Yes.
So I'm curious, in a similar vein then, what are advisors telling your team that they need most right now to grow their business?
Yeah, I think right now it's the understanding the underlying themes of their businesses, and also having one platform to do all of that. So what they really love about Jump is that it's just not an AI note-taking tool anymore. We do the pre-meeting prep for them. So they're gonna get an email in their inbox, 24 hours before that conversation with their client. It's gonna pull all the information that from their integrations that they have set up, so their CRM, any phone calls that they've had with them, email correspondence, and give them a brief of all the conversations that they've had, and hey, these are the highlighted points that they want to make sure that they hit in the meeting. Then they get to have that meeting with them. The general AI note taker is in there, getting the information for them, and then they continue down the path with our Grow and Operate tools, being able to use those insights, making sure that if they can create custom forms for their clients. So if there's an intake form that they need to have sent out, the advisor right there in the meeting can have that conversation with them. The back end is able to fill that form out, and then it's done. You don't have to really send it back with them. So it's this really full circle moment for your advisor and your client to just be able to have conversations and not worry that you're gonna miss something.
And look, just as fast as Jump came on the scene, like you've already said, pivoted from that AI note taker to be a much more robust model for advisors. So I have to ask, how has the conversation around AdvisorTech changed over the last 12 months?
Yeah, I think what's interesting, especially in the AI world, is that a year ago we were talking about how are we going to use this and how are we going to execute it, and now it's more, okay, we're past the scary. We understand that AI is here. We understand that AI is not going to replace us. It's not going to take our jobs. It's really here to elevate the experience for our client. So being able to understand that, now advisors almost want and are requiring some sort of AI capability in the technology that they want to have in their tech stack. They may not really understand what that looks like for them, or they just want something, small, bite-sized right now, like note-taking, but now they're really buying in to, it can really help me on every section of my business. So it's an interesting shift from a year ago where it was like, are we sure AI is good for us? Is this something that we really want to be? How is compliance going to look at this? To, okay, how is it now going to better my business?
Oh, absolutely. And it's become table stakes very, very quickly.
Yes.
So what do you think will differentiate advisory firms in the future then?
I think that if some of the advisory firms that aren't picking it up as quickly are going to be the ones that are left in the dust. I also think that the clients coming in, right, the younger generation is kind of expecting this. They love to use Claude. I like to use Claude. I plug in everything into Claude. So they're kind of already thinking that they know a little bit more. So if their advisor isn't on board with it, they're probably not going to want to work with an advisor that's not tech forward. Not to say that they will replace you with just plugging things in on the internet, but they definitely will think that you aren't moving in the right direction for your business. So I think advisors that don't pick it up as quickly are the ones going to be left in the past, but I also feel like the advisors that are picking it up in a manner that's there for the growth and not for just like, it's going to replace all of these monotony of like meeting with a client. It's never going to do that, right? You're never going to just send an AI note taker to a meeting for a client, right? You're always going to be there. It's just elevating that experience for them.
And I think the advisors that truly get it are the ones that are wrapping their head around this idea that yes, AI and technology like this can truly unlock growth for me, because it's going, I know we say it all the time, we go back to time savings and that's such a big piece of it, but that's how advisors are ultimately going to be able to show their value moving forward.
And I know like our conversations have geared a lot towards like, oh, look at the many hours that we are saving you. I think the advisors understand the hours saved behind it, and now being able to like, they're comfortable with that and diving a little deeper and understanding, wow, I can really understand my business by having this data at my fingertips and being able to see like, oh, you mentioned you actually wanted to retire early, but I didn't catch it until I reread the notes. Let me make a plan for them for that. Or they recently got a new job and they had a 401k. Are we rolling that over properly? Like picking up these little things that were probably missed before shows that client just how much you are listening and really looking out for them.
Well, the pace of change is so fast in our industry. I'm sure we're going to be having an even different conversation next year.
Oh yeah.
So Torie, as always, appreciate your insights.
Yeah, thank you so much.
For Wealth Management, I'm Shannon Rossick.